Assalamu alaikum, my dear students. I hope all are fine. Today I am going to present for Science Grade 11 Bilingual Unit. This presentation is for their second term unit, that's Unit 8, the chemistry part, heat changes associated with chemical reactions. Now you all have learned about the heat, the chemical reactions, all the things in earlier part. Now we are going to learn about the chemical reactions. In this one, in the chemical reactions, there are two types, exothermic and endothermic. I think this word is very new to you. Exothermic reaction and endothermic reaction. Thermic means, thermo means heat. Exo means, that means outer. Here endo means inner. In this one, look at the image here. When there is a fire, what happened? Heat is evolved. Look at this image. What happened? In this one, the heat is going inside. So, by this concept, the word is formed. So, exothermic, the heat is evolved or released. Endothermic, the heat is absorbed. So, by looking at the definition, we can conclude the chemical reactions happen with the evolution of heat. That means heat is evolved. Here you can see reactants. After they react, what they produce? Product plus heat. The heat is evolved. So look at this one. Here in a conical flask, the chemicals is allowed to react. They are reacting. After that, the product plus heat is formed. So when you touch that conical flask, what will happen? It will very hot. So the heat is evolved. So you can understand the exothermic reaction. Now look at this one. Glucose, it is combined with oxygen. This is a reaction for a respiration. So what happened? The carbon dioxide, water and the energy. That's a heat is formed here. So one example for exothermic reaction. When you consider the energy and the cause of reaction graph, the reactant, after the reactant, the product is reduced by the releasing of heat. Now, let's consider the endothermic reaction. Now, all have a clear idea. Endothermic means in the exothermic heat is released, in endothermic heat is absorbed. Here, the reaction takes place with the absorption of heat. It's called as endothermic reaction. Here, reactants and the heat is absorbed. Finally, the product is formed. If you touch this system, what happens? You will feel cool. Now, look at the graph. Here, in endothermic, the energy and the direction of the reaction, what happened? The energy is absorbed here. So the system is cool. Look at the difference between endothermic reaction and the exothermic reaction. You can see the reaction. So if they give the graph to you, you can identify them very easily. Now we are going to learn about the calculations related to heat changes. Here Q equal to mc theta. Q means here heat changes, m means mass of the substance and theta means temperature change. That means maximum temperature minus minimum temperature. Here let's take an example here. 10 gram piece of copper wire in sun reaches the temperature of 80 degrees Celsius. How many joules? That means they are asking Q. When the copper cools to 40 degrees Celsius. Look at this one. This is done for you and the specific heat capacity of copper. The C is given here. Initial temperature 80 degrees Celsius. Final temperature 40 degrees Celsius. specific heat capacity, that means C is, they have given 0.377 joule per gram per degree Celsius. So, according to the formula of the heat, mc delta theta, so m means 10 into 0 into 0.377 into the temperature change, no, so 40 degree minus, sorry, 80 degree minus 40 degree, so answer is 40. So 10 into 0.377 into 40, the final answer is 150.8 joules. So you can identify the Q in this method. So they will give you the mass and the heat capacity and the initial temperature and the final temperature. So here I have given one exercise for you. This one, specific heat capacity is given to you. Then you have to find the Q. And here the gram is given 700 and initial temperature is 25.6 degrees Celsius and final temperature is 75.4 degrees Celsius. So by applying that formula, Q equal to mc delta theta, initially find the delta theta, final minus initial, mc you know, then substitute and find the answers for this one. So my dear students, I think all have understood about the heat changes, and there are endothermic, exothermic and the heat changes formula also. So do these sums and get a clear idea. Thank you very much. Bye.